Okay, good morning to all our listeners and viewers out there today. Today is September.
Nothing.
Today is February, Wednesday, February 26, 2025, and you're in studio with Power News Hour with the religious news team who is on the scene again today to deliver. You know, people, we see that things are really winding up, and indeed we want the reign of Christ to fall on us based on the song we've been hearing a while ago, Becky. Yeah,
Yes,
indeed we want the rain to fall on us,
yes,
people, because
yes.
we're really in some serious times. Deep times are yet ahead of us. You know, last week we were speaking on the same AI business, and we want to touch a bit of it again today because we realize that it's a very pressing topic, Becky.
It is, it is,
And every
it
time you
is.
look at it, new revelations
Yeah.
are given unto you, and so as we get new
It's in your
revelations,
face
people,
every day.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes, every single day. And I realize also that this is a means that will culminate the second coming of Christ.
it's true.
So it
Yeah.
is really something that needs to be dealt with, and we need to talk on it. So you know we're after a late start already. We're at seven, almost 7:15. So without further ado, I have to Becky to give us a shout with a prayer. We'll get into it.
Let's pray. Loving Father, we give you thanks for taking us safely through this week thus far. You have been good to us. And we want to say thank you. Thank you, Lord, for your mercies and your grace. Thanks you for this blessed opportunity where we can come and share with our listeners and viewers things that are happening around us and things that will alert us as to the times and how we can best prepare for your second return. Be with us as we go through this morning. Study, may your Holy Spirit be our guide and our teacher. Bring back to our memory the things that we have researched. And may this special occasion be a blessing to everyone. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Okay, Becky. So what you have for us today?
We are picking up from as we said
Yes,
the things that are happening daily.
yes, on a
It's
rapid
like there's
scale.
a evolution of this revolution.
Wow.
This new world. We're in a brand new world,
Yes.
and we realize, based on those who say they control things, that the new world order has been in effect since 2023
Wow.
in a big way. You know.
And what I'm realizing before we even start this, Becky, is that they're really bringing this new world.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for now? The agendas behind the new world order. We really see
Yeah.
that they're putting it in place. You know. So based on how AI is in society now and how it
Yeah.
is gaining preference or precedence in society now,
Yeah.
realize that we will now become the global exception if we don't seek to go with how AI is going in society now. We will become a part of the global exception, and so it will be used to pinpoint us
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
eradicate us, believe it or not, people. Yes, good morning, Nordis, and here in Canada as well.
Yeah, man. So
Welcome.
the more it is rolled out,
Yes.
use that simple term, the more it's rolled out in Jamaica, the more you will find yourself, if you're a child of God,
Yes.
being left out of the system,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
until it gets to a point where everybody is able to see you because you were a part of the crowd.
Yes.
You know, you are standing alone, and everybody is able to pinpoint you.
You become the
Yeah,
global exception, man.
yes, yes, yes. And those are the persons who will be targeted,
Wow.
because you're not one of us.
Yes.
And maybe it is you're acting as though you're better than us. So we'll be seen that kind of way, because how can you survive outside of this new system? And then something must be wrong with you, because this is a new and improved and a better
Right.
system, a better way of living. So why are you not a part of it?
But I wanted
Mm.
to know that, and our listeners to know that how one of the negative effects of AI that we're having now,
Yeah,
is also human biases. Just like I said, pinpoint you out and different.
yeah,
It's like they created in such a way where the thing is having biases against people. So, we had celebrities and white people up there, and then they have
yeah.
black people. So it's a bias against racial discrimination. Right.
But
That's
there
what
was
I'm
a
looking
time
for.
when you didn't care how I
Right.
want to do my thing.
Right.
But no, I remember during the pandemic, um, people were saying, listen, because of your failure to do what I am doing, you are being a bother to yourself and to
Yes,
me.
yes,
You know, you are hurting me by not doing anything.
yes.
Just being yourself, you're hurting me and you're also hurting yourself. I'm saying, really? All of a sudden, you just care so?
Right.
You
I
love me
wonder.
so much. You
Right.
care so much about me.
It chucking me down and what you. But that is how we know, listeners, that the Bible cannot be wrong.
So
Because
true.
the Bible says
Mm.
in Matthew, I think it's Matthew 5, during the Beatitudes 12
Yeah.
down where it said that blessed are you and men shall persecute you and revile you and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's
For my
sake.
name's sake.
Right,
That's,
rejoice and be exceeding glad.
mhm.
For great is your reward in heaven. But it didn't stop there, it said, for so persecuted the prophets were
Prophet
before you.
before you.
Another statement it says, so persecuted he that is Jesus before us. So
Mhm.
see that is the reason why they're coming at us. It's not for us sake, but it's because of what we stand for
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
because of God and his institutions. That is the reason why they're coming after us. Satan has stirred up. You see why how AI is relevant for the regime in society
Yeah.
now. We have
Yeah.
stirred up the masses so much that all of them is on his side. He calls it all both small and great to worship the beast,
Yeah.
the Bible says.
That's why a person says, I mean, you hear the saying, if you're not experiencing any kind of
Backlash.
persecution or,
Yeah, yeah,
adverse kind of stuff right
yeah.
now, it means something is not so
Yeah,
right with
yeah,
you.
so something is definitely wrong.
Especially in your walk with God, if you're not
Yes,
having that experience, because we are at that time
yes,
when God's people will be afflicted in a major way. Now, we were talking about the digital transformation of Jamaica. We have been on that for the past, let me say, 2 weeks.
yes.
We're gonna try. We're gonna see if we can, get to a point where we can actually move on. It's kind of difficult because every week you realize that
Something
the
new
thing, yes,
keeps upgrading.
it's being established
Yes.
more and more and more. But the digitization, it involves everybody,
Mm.
every aspect of life, and every aspect of the business world also. Um, the aim of the Jamaica, there's a project known as the Digital Jamaica Project,
Oh.
and yes, it's a way of digitizing every single aspect of business in Jamaica. So
Mm.
there's no way you can operate outside of the
The
system.
digital. Wow.
Yes, man, you'll be a
Mm.
part of the system one way or another. And this is something that people are welcoming. People look
Mm-hmm.
forward to this happening. And it was been introduced and been in place for some time, but it gets more and more deep rooted
Yes.
where it is the only thing that exists.
Mm.
There will be no options.
Mm.
I can remember when they just started the whole card thing.
Right.
You
Yeah.
swipe
Yeah.
and
Right.
you
Yeah.
swipe and you swipe. And now you no longer have to swipe. You have this thing on your phone where it's somewhat of a swipe. I went to a place once and well, I'm gonna sound very old here, but I use my card and then when you ping it something like so,
Tapping. Oh, tap it.
they tap
Tap
it
it.
something like so. They
Yeah.
take my
Tap it.
card and they tap it,
Yeah. Tap it.
and I didn't put in any
Mm.
password
Everything just come
or
off.
nothing, and my money gone. It went forward because but it just
Yeah.
just gone, no longer mine.
Yeah. Man.
They're upgrading the thing in such a way. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, the Digital Jamaica project is playing a crucial role in ensuring that Jamaican medium, small, micro enterprises are equipped to thrive in an increasingly digital world.
Hmm.
And we are in a digital Jamaica. So they are getting, as we were saying last week, they are getting to everybody, even
Yes.
those on the roadside with the jelly
That's what I was going to
and
come back
and
to.
the
Windscreen
apples and
wipers.
the yeah man, everybody they are
Mm.
capturing. When I
Mm.
say capturing, they are ensuring that everybody is on the
Yes.
that digital platform. And as I said, it will be a welcome thing because you want to earn.
Yes.
And many of your customers, though, many of the persons who you see, the customers in supermarkets and wherever it is, tax offices, you take out your phone when you
Mm.
conducting any form of
Right.
transaction.
Yeah.
You don't really take out cash anymore.
True.
You know, Um, so it is something that we welcome because you want to ensure that your produce are being sold. Whatever you have to offer,
But yes,
yes, you can earn, and it is right now it seems as though it's the only way of earning.
right. Because that's what I'm saying. The elites are the governments of this world,
Mhm.
Becky, and the listeners out there. They limit the opportunities you have
That is it.
in which you
That
can
is it.
depend upon the system.
So it's one option.
Yes. So you see why we're advocating, friends out there, that being independent of this system is so crucial, because they have limited
Yeah.
it to such a point, Becky, where the control mechanism is so easy now to
Yeah.
take place. And then they really wonder why the Bible says, and he calls it all about small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark. And he forced everybody to come
Yeah.
under. You wonder how. And this is the means by which he uses. He allows them, he creates the system in such a way where you have to depend upon them. That's one. And then he just tie up the hedges them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Close the gap till there's only one way you can get out, and it's through the system. And so you see, if we're not independent of the system, that is how we'll be easily ensnared with whatever they come into the atmosphere with. So
Yeah.
the money
Yeah.
thing, you would say, every once upon a time, you see them a fight or backlash against the machines, and ATM machine will come out.
Yes.
But now everybody are welcome it. Why me I got ATM? And then in the
Where
banks now,
where else will you go?
you can't go anywhere because the banks are
Can
kick
the
you out.
banks kick you out
That's
long
what I'm
time?
saying. They limit it in such a way where you have to depend upon whatever system they give you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is why you have to be independent. The Bible says you have to come out of her, and it says we go country living. We were speaking on it last week as well. You
Yes.
know, go to the
Yes.
country and go and farm, and God take care of you from that point onward, because
So
his
true.
words will not come back to him void.
Yeah.
He said.
Yeah. And when you go to the banks, when you go to the ATM
Yes.
and you need any help, you don't get the assistance of a teller.
Yes,
There's a
exactly.
security personnel who
Exactly.
assists you. Now, normally when you see a security person approaching you,
Right.
you start get timid
Yeah,
and
yes, yeah.
you
What
wonder
you
which
do?
direction to run. Now, these are the persons who will be assisting you. Nobody from inside the bank. They just don't want to see you.
Yeah, they don't want to see you.
And these persons are not employed to the bank.
Right.
They work for the bank, but they are not
Exactly.
employed
But
to the bank.
a situation happened to me just the other day as well. Like,
Yes.
even last year, about where I went there and I was trying to deposit some money.
Yeah.
And I just at the bank still aren't taking the new notes. Some of them still are not taking the new notes. So
New notes.
yeah, the new notes, the new money them and Joe own smoke.
Really?
Yeah, man, some of them still not, so they still not upgrade to such a point to take the new
Oh.
notes. So anyway, we go there and trying to deposit. I deposit some cash into the account. The money spit it back out. But on spitting it out,
Yeah.
it took some of it. So I said, wait, I'm counted about 4 times. I said, no man, this
I
not right.
didn't record it.
Eh?
They,
Yeah,
they took it and didn't
yeah,
record it.
no, they took it and give me a look receipt thing. So straight away now, look at the
Mm.
time when I went there, the bank was still open. So I'm going inside because something that I didn't need to do that day to transfer
Yeah.
via
Yeah.
the online thing. So I'm going there now. I'm there, wait, and then we get through to the teller and say to him, so I can't let her do it, I just get the person's information.
No.
No, can't do it.
Are you ever
He
get
said,
it?
this is a, like I said, this is a
I'm not a teller.
cashless, something like that he said to me. I'm like, whoa, I never know. I
Really?
thought if you're not get your ATM, because at least, they used to go in a bank and do it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man said, no, not at all. This is like when I said, this is a cashless um
Environment, like.
environment, something like that. I remember the exact wording, but something to that effect. And like you see, that is where it is going. You can't go inside with any money, and then that go down till it becomes digitized,
Yeah.
fully
Yeah.
digitized, I should say.
So they are no longer tellers. They are customer service
Yes,
kind
on the
of
customer
people.
service people.
Wow. Send you back out there.
Yeah, man.
You're up on
So
your
we
own.
can't buy.
Yeah. Talk to the man there with the gun. He will help you. Alright, so the areas, even for these small businesses, and you went down as low as windshield
Right.
wipers. If that's gonna be the case, if that is gonna still be a
Mhm.
means of earning, then they're still they'll find themselves covering being trained for the same thing that everybody else has been trained for.
Yes.
Areas covered in
Yes.
this training include data digitization, process automation, cloud mitigation,
Oh, yes.
integrating digital systems, leveraging data analytics, adopting cloud solutions, artificial intelligence, and big data analytics.
Hmm.
Um, these persons will be well informed. And you're gonna feel so excited as a person on the street selling cane that when they come to you, when they approach you, and they share all these information with you, you want to be a part of it. There's no way you're gonna turn this down. Well, you don't really have a choice still, but you are gonna be so enthused by what they're
Right.
sharing. You just want to be a part of it. Um, they said that this thing, one of the things that they share with you is that they're going to help you grow your business. And in fact, when you do apply whatever they say, you find that your business will be better. You know, you'll be earning
Yes.
greater.
It has to be better,
Yes,
because if it is not better, you would want to be a part of the system. So you have to coin it a certain way where you have to just go with the system.
that
Client
is
and
so
sinker.
true.
They don't want you to be half of their system, because
Yeah,
if you're half of their system, people, then the control mechanism will not be in effect how it should be, because
so
they can't
true.
control you based on something that they don't have you locked onto. You have to
Hmm.
be locked onto their system for them to control the means by which they want to.
True,
And you're gonna
true.
see it going deeper and deeper as you get into this AI thing. Morning, Sepi.
Yes, good to have you on.
Yes.
And I notice every word is typed, perfectly. It means
Yeah.
that he's no longer sick.
Yes.
He's in good health.
Yes.
All letters are in order. Good to have you on. um, some weeks ago we touched. We're gonna try and cover as much as
Yes.
as possible, summarize as much as possible. Some weeks ago we touched that in schools the students are being exposed to this whole digitized thing also. We see where they have the buses, the rollout of buses. Um, and on these buses, you do not pay in
The
cash.
JUTC
The
buses.
JUTC buses,
Yes,
you do
man.
not pay in cash. We see that in the system now with
Yeah.
adults and everybody. Once you're in the you're moving from one point to the next
Yes.
in Kingston, or let us say in St. Andrew, or let us say Portmore,
Wow.
on these buses, you no longer pay cash. And then we find in the rural areas, these buses are being introduced. In Portland, we know
Rural areas.
there are those buses in Portland, because the Minister of Transport says that
Hmm.
he's having a taste of it.
Mhm.
His parish is having a taste of it. So we see it in St. Thomas. These buses, especially catering to um, students, school students, and these, as I said, the thing is digital.
Yes.
You don't pay cash, so you swipe or whatever medium they
Mhm.
use. And we also see it in the schools where, so it's in St. Thomas, it is in
Portland as well.
Portland. I was told that you may even see buses. I heard that this week from one of the ministers in government, saying that I think one or two buses are running from Kingston to Nottaby, I think.
Well, Kingston to Nottoway.
Yeah,
Oh, the
the
JUTC cashless bus.
JUTC buses.
Okay.
So it will be all over,
Wow.
very
Wow.
soon. We saw where we were talking on this, and we're talking about this on the program previous, where we said that the children now are being given, especially those on path,
Hmm.
they have been given this whole, what do you call it?
It's
It's
a,
a cashless thing too, where you tap up their maybe
oh, the lunch ticket.
device,
Oh.
their
Mm-hmm.
phones and stuff, and all their spending is digital.
Mm.
So you begin with the children. I don't think there's a better way of introducing it than starting with the
Yeah.
children.
But
Yeah,
what I'm seeing as well, Becky, two things came out to me, our listeners.
yeah,
Is that the first one is that with the buses, you say going to the rural areas,
yeah,
the cashless buses, we realize just like the money, the new money that came into society, this is how the buses or these digitized buses
yeah,
will start to phase out the real time cash ones that they have. 'Cause you have bus now run from town to not to be in a cash they use. So when these
yes,
buses start to come into the rural areas, you realize that not only the industrial the urban areas are being sorry, the urban areas are being yeah, changed and stuff, about the
yeah,
rural areas as well will be targeted We're now at 7:30 people, and you're tuned in with the religious news team, Power News Hour, on Waves 96.3 FM. Keep it locked, keep it loading, keep the comment section trending. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think about the topic that we're discussing, and anything you can add to it. Feel free to comment and let us know. But the second thing I have on it, Becky,
Yeah.
is with the children. Okay, I use my train of thought with that one.
Gosh.
But with the children now, and I think with the children growing up, yes, I remember what I'm saying. With the children now, I remember Greta. And if I remember
Greta
Greta,
Thunberg?
yes, man, how she was
Yes.
an advocate
Yes.
for the climate change thing and how it bring people in nationals together.
Uh-huh.
People
Uh-huh.
who run
Mm-hmm.
government people brought them together and support through this girl's effort. Look up it through your effort and support. So I'm saying even with this now, they're making these cashless things from the school system coming up.
Yes.
They will be big advocates of it. And once you have the children advocating for something,
So true.
so
So true.
boy, the adults are gonna be in power. Say, oh, let's support the children and then calling and whatever. They're the future and re. And then you realize that this way it go spearhead, and this big thing will come out now with it. You gonna see this big thing now going so fast.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
so if they are more slow before, or if they are more fast before, it's like a move even faster now.
It's
The
gonna be
digital
the way
transformation.
forward.
Yes, man.
It's gonna be the way
The way
forward.
forward. Yes.
So the children, they are in on this, and there was an aspect of it. There's an aspect of it. But we can come back to that later.
Hmm.
Recently you find so the children are locked in. There's another, yes, the other aspect. They have been receiving tablets since 2014. There's this project, one tablet per student.
Oh yes, yes.
And they have gone so far in terms of giving each child a tablet.
Tablet.
Each child in school a tablet. Part children, every other. Those who can afford it, their parents would purchase a tablet for them. So everybody has a tablet. This has been a project that has been spearheaded by the government since 2014.
Oh.
2014, I think late 2014. You're targeting over 300,000 individuals.
Hmm.
That's how many is in the primary, secondary school system. Over 300,000. And they have gotten so far, up to recently, I saw them giving out 10,000 tablets were issued. I think it was the 9th of January this year.
Oh, that's a lot of
10,000.
tablets.
Yes,
A lot of
yes.
tablets.
I think that was the last thrust in the whole thing. Um, so you have a tablet and you are interfacing with this thing,
Right.
and it's getting every information from you. Not only is it seeing you, but then everything about you is being stored in that tablet and then uploaded elsewhere. So they have that type of control. That was the purpose of it.
Really?
I saw it in we played it on this station early January,
Oh.
where one tablet per student, and then it says that you're interfacing with this thing, and it's recording everything about you. So the children are being prepared for the world ahead of us. But what about the health system? There was an unfortunate incident for one of our brothers the other day.
Hmm.
You know, and
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
He lost his mother,
Yes.
and he would have shared on this station, and even among us as a congregation at Blessed Hope,
Yes.
um, the event as it unfolded. The stages of the thing, and he was saying, "Boy, the system is kind of messed up.
Oh.
People no longer, system no longer cares about you." And I was saying, if things could just be a little different, but then it kind of turned up the thing recently, because we find now in Spanish Town, and
Yes.
I'm gonna play a clip. I think it will be very informative and eye opening, where we have reached, where Jamaica has reached, where it comes on to the whole digitization of the health system. We see we are in Spanish Town, I know it's in Westmoreland, Panishtown Hospital, and the hospital in Westmoreland, where they have become so digitized,
Yeah.
that it is so easy to address the situations with patients and the doctors and the patients and all of that. I'm gonna play it, and then we can actually speak on the whole thing. It's very informative. Here we
Come
go.
on, let's hear it.
Oh, sorry about the intro.
The digital transformation of Jamaica's public health sector is progressing, and a key component is the implementation of an electronic health record EHR system.
Electronic Health Record System, System 1, or SI for short. When the patient comes for registration process, we would input the data on S1, and then this data will come around to wherever the doctor is or the nurse is. So they do not need to be waiting on health records to go and retrieve the paper record to bring to them. And if the patient comes with any investigation with a blood results, X-ray, any form of laboratory results or any external results, we upload them those at the time of registration. So when they come to the doctor and the nurse, the information is ready there.
Doctors will be able to see diagnostic scans on their computers and tablets remotely.
Right, and it also allows multiple persons to be retrieving the data simultaneously, or we can do data entry simultaneously.
You can actually measure time from arrival to time of triage, and thereafter, every interaction with every member of staff, it's actually timed. So it is good for tracking. Whereas the previous system, if the doctor and the nurse never actually wrote the time that they were received, it doesn't get tracked, doesn't it? So
It's a shift from paper-based health records management that is allowing improved patient care coordination, enhanced data accuracy, and better decision-making by medical personnel.
names come up on the system, and as they are seen, there's a color change, so you know which one is seen by the nurse, which one is already seen by the doctor, which one is a discharge. So each one of those, if there's no color change, you know that person has not yet been seen. So in terms of efficiency, that's excellent.
The EHR is being implemented by the Ministry of Health as part of the Health System Strengthening Project, valued at over $5 million US. The EHR allows for not just patient registration, but also appointment scheduling and patient assignment in the triage process.
I know that for the outpatients department, definitely throughput is much faster, and the chance of people getting missed or neglected in the clinic is almost nil now.
The system, which is intended to go island-wide, is being initially rolled out in 13 health facilities over an 18-month period. Maypen Hospital was the first to operationalize the electronic health record system.
The reason why we were the first, I think, is because we were the most ready to receive and accept such a new system.
The first phase rollout will also include the Chapelton, Spanish Town, and St. Anne's Bay hospitals, as well as the Maypen West, Maypen East, and St. Jago health centers.
A patient arrived in the accident and emergency department and wasn't able to give adequate information. This patient was just being treated next door by the St. Jago Parking Center, and we were able to pull up that information and to continue care. And so we are at a good place in public health. We're exciting, and I'm sure that the patient will get timely medical care.
As a nurse in charge of the labor ward, for me, I have my 24-hour reports on a daily basis, and I'm able to get the information at the end of the day for each client. Easy, accessible, one click away.
The island-wide rollout will network more than 2,000 computers and 400 plus medical-grade tablets that provide universal access to medical records. The electronic health record platform is based on the philosophy of one patient, one record, and is part of the plan for improving efficiency in access to medical services.
And what that means is that whatever data that is inputted
concerning the patient when they come to see a doctor at a health center or hospital in this case. That data is pulled up based on their unique identification number, and you immediately know the history of the patient and therefore all the factors that may influence a treatment regime in a much quicker way.
With EHR, there is no challenge with locating your health records, and so care is timely and on point.
Data for the EHR is stored securely on multiple servers, and only authorized persons are allowed access.
The confidentiality on the patient's record is actually critical. So it's not like anybody can get anybody's record at any time. There has to be special permission from the medical records department to actually release the notes. And then that's the only way we can access it.
The system is expected to accrue significant savings of time and cost on tests that won't have to be repeated. The data generated will also assist in the formulation of better evidence-based policy making and program design by the government.
Regarding the staff, if you ask any of them if they want to go back to the paper system, you get a resounding no. They do not want to go back to the paper system.
Hi, there we have it.
That's a lot to take in, Becky.
Yes, there we have it.
But one thing, one question has been generating through my mind
Yeah.
through the entire session of the video. What if the system crashes?
No man, they have a lot of what you call it data. You call it storage thing. Right?
Or backup data?
Backup. They have backup here, backup there, backup everywhere.
Backup generators.
There are so many backup. You didn't hear the backing up?
No, when I said fail, I don't mean that the system itself as in say blackout. You know, the blackout cause I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The blackout happens and internet electricity.
That's the one you're talking about?
Right. Or you get
they have a lot of backup.
There's some more backup that the backup.
Backup.
Okay.
You need to listen, Joe.
Yeah, right. Actually, I was trying to figure out to take one point and formalize what they say, but they send too many different things at one time. You can't get a pinpoint. Yeah, a lot of information.
A lot of information. That's one of the things I was thinking about too. How mining good habits. How do you? I remember you moving from paper.
Yes.
To digital.
Right.
Which may not be it's a welcome thing for those employed.
Yes.
In the system. You know, because less writing up and less this and you have to go for this docket and that kind of docket and you know the docket business.
Yes.
You have to teach me because I don't know much about hospital. I really don't know.
Yeah, I know much, I know nothing at all.
We need to bring somebody at the program to explain. But in this case, you have less writing to do.
Yes.
Because everything is digital. And so I was saying, in case of a fire or so, you may be able to secure maybe one or two in time. You know, before the fire do that. Right. But when it's gone digital and then there's a blackout, I don't know how you secure things then. And then the entire history of the person would be just gone. So I thought about that, you know. But then I look at some other things, you know, in the case with our friend Anthony. Not that the result, the end result would have been different with his ailing mother.
Yes.
But at least the information can say at one point that she was transferred from Port Maria to Kingston.
Yes.
Right? And when they got to Kingston, they left her records.
Yes.
Information on how she was being treated and whatever she was diagnosed with and all that. Now they are saying this person was at the St. Jago Health Center being treated.
Right.
And when the person got to Spanish Town
Hospital, the records could be transferred.
Yeah, they didn't have anything because I guess the person was in such a state. Nobody could say anything, you know. And they were able just to look on the records and see everything. How, to what extent the person was treated. And they could just follow from there. So that was the case. But I mean, with the Port Maria and KPH, you know, they wouldn't have to be, hey, we don't know how to treat this person.
But
everything would have been in the system.
When is it that this EP care thing came up? I couldn't be just yesterday. It had to be about a good while for it to be rolling it out. No.
Right. This is this week, you know. This information in
this
here.
Week, right. So I'm saying it had to be
this week.
About from before that for you to be seeing it.
And they're saying the first place is Maypen Hospital.
Maypen, right.
Now this is saying the 20th of December 2024 in the Jamaica Gleaner. Spanish Town Hospital logs onto electronic record system. So Spanish Town has been there before this information.
Right. Wow.
Right?
Came
So
out.
Maypin may have been the first, but that
Mhm.
first would be maybe in the latter
Yeah,
part,
that about right.
the early of the latter part of last year.
Because what I'm
Mhm.
hearing, another thing came with Beckett. That sounds good.
Yes.
I was just listening to it. I was just going in my mind saying, boy, but this sound like a one good thing, man. The way
Yeah,
they
yeah,
explain
it
it,
sounds
it
like a one
sound,
good thing for
like
sure.
yeah, man, this is something we need in society.
Mm-hmm.
But then I always have to understand, as I said, it's something coming from the government and so forth. You have to know, say, front of come from the government, from they mention that,
Yeah.
say the government are roll it out and certain thing. There's some underlying factor behind it. It can't just sound too good to be true. Something is have to be behind what they need. You just can't go
You
so.
just need to check it
Yeah,
out.
knowing Bible,
Yes.
I want to look at biblical facts and prophecies
Yeah.
happening and who's ruling who. I realize that these governments are subject to a higher power. It can't just happen so. There's no one on good for the people. There has to be some form of oppression to bring
Yes,
about a
yes, yes.
control mechanism. So it can't just run so smooth. Something the Bible says peace and safety, son destruction.
Mm-hmm.
I think at Thessalonians, something like Thessalonians 5 1, somewhere near about 3 5. So we have to understand, say, this is kind of sounds like a kind of peace and safety kind of thing. Like everything is all right, okay. But there's sudden destruction behind the horizon. It's just for us to figure it out and find it. People out there. You understand?
Yes.
Oh, we have a comment, we have a question here. Digitization sounds very good based on the promise. Yeah, based on the video I'm thinking it's talking on. Sounds very good based on the promise, but if you don't have a digital ID needs, you won't be able to access or will you still be treated? Well, that's a good one.
And you hear them talking about the one record.
Yes,
You're
one
given
person, one
a
record.
special
Mhm.
special kind of identification.
Yes.
So once you enter the system, no matter where in the
Mhm.
country you are, or who knows, maybe overseas, because these
Yes,
things are
true.
so interlinked.
True.
The person they'll be able to pull up your record, and you wonder what number that is. Could it be a NIDS
Right.
number?
But you
And
see, Becky,
Mhm.
this is auto reaction. This is a caveat to the situation.
Yes.
Because you realize that with this AI system, I talk about human biases and
Yes.
how it is being integrated into society. With this AI system that is coming about now, with what you mentioned with the needs and so forth,
Yeah.
realize that so they make it sound good, the healthcare system, they treat you good and based on how we have now the AI thing alright. Everybody want to use it now. But the caveat is that if you don't have a needs ID, you can't access the healthcare system and so forth based on where it's going. Everything go towards AI, so you know it will come to a digital ID system too. But you realize now that if you accept these needs and this AI, this ID type of system, digital
Yeah.
ID system, you're actually accepting the system of the beast. So now you're caught, or people in the world would say they're caught between a rock and a hard place. One of them are go access the system of the beast, or they want healthcare. That is why the prophet tells us that character is not found in a crisis, but rather it is revealed in one.
True.
So
True.
at that time we reveal
It
which
wouldn't be the
stance
time.
you're really on. If you're on the side of Satan or on the side of God, you cannot accept the idea to be a part of the system. But why more healthcare? What me I gonna do? Yes, remember before we spoke that they narrow it down to such a way have the dependent on the system.
You can't
This
get
is an
around
instance,
it.
Can't get around it.
Can you
Can't get
imagine
around
you meeting in a motor vehicle accident
Right.
and you are not on the system?
Exactly.
What
Can't,
will
they
happen?
won't treat you. Remember, and we know that they won't treat as a matter of fact. We have the example during the pandemic.
Yeah.
With those who not take them juke and so forth, boy, are the global exception. If you not have any mask over your face, you're the global exception, and they weren't joking. You
Yeah.
just not
Yeah.
get access once the laws are in place, and not getting access. So, it's the new world order as well rolling out where it says that those who are not complying with their system of things in the new world order, because this is a part of the new world order, the
Yeah.
AI, then you'll be like castaways. You're like, the lepers them in the Bible were cast out with the time the Syrian army were taking over.
Yeah.
And tell lepers them outside, yeah, so we're gonna be cast away. But no one see because we're not depend them system. We depend for them things. So, that is how we'll be treated. And that is how you will be treated if you choose to stand for God,
So true.
people. But the thing is that the reward that you get for signing up for God will be far greater than the treatment you get from the wicked if you didn't stand for Him.
Can you remember those lepers?
Yes.
They lived in luxury for a while.
Yeah, man, of course.
Until I said, oh, man, this is too much. We need to share.
Mm.
But it's a good point coming in from the person who wrote that just
Yes,
now.
yes.
Because this seems all well and good, as you were saying.
Mm.
But then there are some conditions to it,
Yes,
you
yes.
know?
Conditions always apply. You must say
Yeah,
ads.
yeah.
Conditions apply.
Conditions
Conditions
apply.
apply.
But this was in fine writing. This was big.
Yes,
This
man.
was really big. You can see it, right?
Yeah, man, I can see
This is in big writing, and I put some in red. So
it.
it's there. So it is the system is been rolled out throughout Jamaica, and they said for the next year or so, it will take over full time. I don't know if this means loss of job for. I doubt that though. I
Mm.
doubt that
A person
persons
at
will
hospital.
be going home. I think the staff would be needed. But for sure, Spanish Town Hospital has it currently.
Mm.
Westmoreland has it, and
Mm.
the news that we just saw and heard, Maypen has it.
Maybe,
So
yes, maybe that's
Maypen,
it. Yeah.
Westmoreland, see Westmoreland, this
Mm-hmm.
came in the news 19th of February. Westmoreland Health Services transitioning from paper to digital medical records keeping. And it's the same thing, right? So, and then you hear they're targeting, well, the next place will be Sentence
Mm-hmm.
Bay. So the
But
major hospitals.
you know what came to
Mhm.
mind now about I should leave it when I'm probably doing a section there because I'm saying all these records are being stored and they're now digital based.
Yeah.
So where's the centralized hub for all these digital based things? Because I know Stargate they having some holy and it's more than 20 hubs they're trying to create in America, you know.
Yeah.
And only 20, we think it's only 20, but they're more like 30 or 40, 100.
Yeah.
Holy for them and there's some big hubs. And they cannot function unless they have data in them. That is how it need to
Okay.
understand. It can
Okay.
work unless they have a good amount of data. So now I don't
Mhm.
even know what I'm saying. The question now comes in my mind.
Mhm.
Where is the central hub for all of this data collection?
Mhm.
Where is it? Because it's a global race. Based on what you see, based on what things I've been studying.
Yeah.
And it is a global race to become the most dominant AI force in the region, you know. And now, you know, America is topping that list, which you know
Mhm.
it would.
Mhm.
So you're wondering now if it's an AI race, and this is the means you need to top that list. And if you have the largest mass data collection centers, where other than data you come from the hospitals that we are becoming digitized?
Where will be the central
Yeah,
hub?
will be the central hub
Uh,
or the central place of sending them to.
oh, you're gonna send them.
Remember, you also mentioned it, you know, it can be a means because they're
Yeah,
so
man.
interconnected.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
they're so interconnected.
You don't really have information nowadays that is kept
Yes,
at
yes, yes.
at one local.
Yeah.
No, no.
If I was there, I would have my thing to be paper based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
my records, I leave my records paper based. I'm
Oh,
going to
you're
connect
gonna
this to the
take your
system.
records with you wherever you
Yeah,
go.
man, I take you where I
So,
go.
so who's going to update it?
Yeah?
Who's gonna
No,
update
man,
it? You come to my health center. Who are gonna update
no, you develop this. You just look on what in there and treat me based on that. It used to work before this digital thing came out. Why
it?
can it work still?
Ain't no man. You have to pay somebody for it. What you need to do, ensure you have a relative at every single health
The
facility
further city.
in Jamaica.
Mm.
All of the health facilities.
That's why I'm not going
So
there
you
anymore.
call them ahead. And you meet in accident,
No, man.
call X.
The true man. Oh, it's a serious. It's a
You
serious
can't
case, you know.
escape it. You
Can't
can't escape
escape
it.
it. Mm.
All right, to complete the part of the transportation,
Mhm.
the Minister of Transport had said last year that the rural transportation system will be rolled out starting 2025. A part that we left out earlier was that on these buses,
Right.
you have surveillance. They told you about the nice part that you'll be able to pick up your child from home
Right. Yes.
and, take the person to school and then pick up the child from school back to home. So you see that thing where violent activities take place on the
Mm-hmm.
road and all
Mm-hmm.
that kind of something there, and people harming your child, that won't happen. So it's a beautiful thing. But then the Prime Minister, who was rolling out one of these, speaking on let me see, he was rolling out, I know him, this is Dr. Vaz,
But oh yeah, Daryl.
Daryl Vaz. But the Prime Minister was saying he disclosed, he shared that much information. Because I think I saw him on the steps on one of the buses. And he was talking, yes, man. And they were introducing it last year, new set of buses. But this news item says Holness disclosed that there are 13 cameras on each of the new buses.
13.
And that they are geotracked. So not only are there's surveillance in the buses, 13 cameras. I wonder why 13.
Yeah,
It could be 12
I was just saying the same thing. Why not 14?
I
12?
could install another one, make it 14.
Right.
Why does it have to be 13? So there is surveillance on the buses. So yeah, on the buses, and then the buses are geotracked. When I say geo, I'm not talking about you.
You know, so I don't mean that.
Yeah, man, geo. So wherever the buses go, you know,
Right.
somebody knows. Which
Yeah, I
can
know
be
it.
for the safety of the unit. Who knows?
Yeah.
But then
But I mean, 13 cameras and one bus.
13 cameras. Well, you need more?
But then no.
Oh,
But then I'm wondering, how is it that these cameras are positioned? They position like you see around the bus, or they position to see what people are doing on the road. You know, how they position? Because it
no, man,
really makes you wonder.
they are for inside.
No.
Number is geotrack, so you can see on the road.
On the road, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
these are for the persons who come on the bus.
So there are 13 cameras inside of the bus.
Inside the bus for the passengers and maybe driver. And if there's a conductor, that kind of cut out still. But yeah, for the passenger. Mm-hmm. It's for your safety, because I said of importance. He said, and this would be the minister, I don't want to misquote. Yeah, but he said that the public transportation, they are clean, they are reliable, and they are safe.
Why so much
You wouldn't want to be a part of something that is clean, reliable, and safe.
Of course.
When last have you been a part of anything that was clean, reliable, and safe?
That's true.
This one
That's ours, the narrative.
But they are actually clean.
Yes, we know they are
because
clean.
They are new buses.
We don't know about reliable and safe, but we know they are clean.
Oh, okay.
Probably reliable as well, but we don't know about the safe aspect, because I mean, as I've been saying from last week, everything is transitioning to surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
Surveillance. If you watch, if you know what is happening, everything. Every time it's like I see a news article with what talks about some advance in technology, surveillance is a part of it.
True.
Why do you want to watch the people them so bad and know what is happening about every movement that everybody?
Well, at least they tell you ahead of time.
Well,
for those who without your knowledge,
for those who can understand. I mean, they have to do it, Yeah. You see, for the name of God to be vindicated, things like these have to come to the forefront so you can warn the people of what is happening. So that's why the warning is being issued out to you now, our listening members and those who view us. We have a question here, Becky, again, that says, could this digitization be part of the fulfillment of Revelation 13:17, not being able to buy or sell?
Could it be a part of that?
Or is it a part of it?
Because the truth is, well, let's talk about the transportation system.
Yes.
If you don't have your NIDS ID, you won't be able to be a part of that. If you didn't receive any we call the thing safe and effective poison, then you won't be a part of many things.
Yes.
But the transportation system, if you don't have your NIDS ID, I don't see yourself being a part of it. You won't be able to buy or sell.
Yes.
Yeah, that includes commute.
Yes.
Because it's a financial transaction
yes.
to travel on these buses.
Yeah,
So it is the intention of the world.
Yes.
The powers that be, the governments.
I mean,
yes, to introduce this kind of thing, and it is being implemented.
Yes.
So it's a part of Revelation 13, verse 17.
I remember, as I mentioned before, about when the thing you played about the hospitals.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it sounds so nice, but there has to be a caveat to it where government is concerned, because their mandate, based on coming from who is controlling them, is about oppression. So it can't just be something like that, but it has to be in a state, seeing where we are now, to fulfill the prophecies of the Bible.
So true.
So when I look at it now, with even buying and selling And I mentioned with even the roadside people and so forth, they have to have a means by which you can create this implementation for people not to be able to buy or sell.
So
And the
true.
digital means is the best able way because you can control the money that is being circulated through the economy when you have it that way. When it is
Yes.
physical money,
Yes.
you can't really control it because people can have money under their bed and this and that corner shop. With digital money now, you can't do that. They can control any amount of money flowing through the system because they are the ones who created. They look away, they have access them look thing, do
Yeah.
them things.
Yeah.
So they can tell us what to buy, what not to buy. So we know that that is one of the reasons why the AI was coming into play as a part of the whole system. As we've been saying on numerous occasions, it's a means of control.
It
It's a
is. It
control
is. It
mechanism.
is.
So they want to control how you buy, and they also want to control how you sell.
Yeah.
And when you say buy and sell, we know say once you talk about money transactions,
Yes,
we
man.
talk about buying
Yes.
and sell. So you control the money, you control the people.
And you can't move
Mhm.
without having to buy or sell.
Yes.
You can't move.
Yes.
Travel is the same, buying
Same
and
thing.
selling. It
Same
falls under the whole buying
Same
and selling.
regime.
Anything at all.
Hmm.
You can't eat.
Hmm.
You can live. You just cannot live
But
outside of buying and selling.
Becky, that is why the call comes to us again.
Mhm.
Revelation 14 tells us, verse 6. And Revelation 18, verse 4, you can continue repeat, and the Bible says, come out of her,
Come
my
out of
people,
her.
and be not partakers of her plagues. You cannot be joined to the system of the beast and expect to live a life outside of the beast. If you join with the
Right.
system, you have to
Right.
live the life of the beast. If you join the system of the beast, to not live that life means you have to be separate and apart from the beast and the system
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
beast.
Mhm.
And that is why now we're calling to come out because this AI, all this AI system is a system of the beast, controlled and vetted by Satan himself to the people because he sees that it's an effective means to control. Because first,
Yeah.
it start off slowly,
Mhm.
phone thing or whatever coming first for car. Then it just rapidly becomes more digitized. Digitized. I used to cars a jar cat and then a little steam engine. Then it just become digitized to gasoline, then it reach electric and
Mhm.
people just move with the scenes at the time. Everybody want the latest gadgets that are out. So
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
put it in such a way to captivate you and deceive you. And that is why it have to come down to the buying and selling. It comes right back down to the buying and selling
True.
because his motive
True.
is against God.
So
So
the
God,
plans were in place from
yes, yes,
long, long, long ago.
long, long ago. God said,
Mhm.
come off of the
Mhm.
system, Satan has a steep on the system.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of Joshua 24:15 that we're stuck between. Choose ye this day whom you will serve. Well, they are going to choose Satan and Steve on the system, I are going to choose God and hop off of the system. The choice is up to you, people. But as God would have it, we are bargaining, not even bargaining, advocating for you to make the right choice.
Yeah.
The Bible said,
Yeah.
choose life. Jesus said, choose life. Two roads, and he said, choose a narrow road, which is life.
But being this world and not of this world, you're in it,
Yes, but not a part of it.
but you're not a part of it.
Hmm.
If you go along with these kind of systems, can you safely say that you are in it but not a part of it? Because where does all of this lead?
Yes.
A person who has his or her mind on heaven,
Hmm.
if you become a part of this system, there's no way you can say heaven.
No, man.
You
Can't say
can any
that.
longer think heaven.
This system is will carry all the way to help people, believe it or not.
Mhm.
This is where it's gonna bring it. And I have some
Mhm.
information to show you how because
Yeah.
this thing is really deeper than we think. Like you have some intricacies, something into it
Yeah.
you wouldn't even know. Some things I'm
Mhm.
realize and research and I'm saying, man, this is where it's trending. They want God to be wholly eradicated out of society. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fear no God about, fear no moral reason about yourself, and that is how you know it is coming directly from Rome,
So
which the
true.
papacy,
So
which is
true.
controlling the governments of this world as we speak,
Mhm.
because their agenda, people, is to limit liberty of conscience and limit liberty overall. I've mentioned it before
Yeah.
here and so forth. With this system that is coming in place, it's a limit your freedom. Whether you believe it or not, you might not be seeing it now. As I said, peace and safety, sudden destruction.
Yes.
But that's the means of this system that is coming into play. Limit your freedom because if you don't have any freedom, you can be easily controlled. You're not a dictatorship type of society. You're not say no. A dictator then dictate you, say. So you know say, we can control you. and we can make you do what we want you to do. We just want you to hook on the system, and then we can tell you if you do. Cause guess what? You're into hook. There's a high chance that they can't come off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just the means. And just when you hook on it, you can't come off. You realize when you hook fish, or you hook curve away in the mouth, so you can't come off. Draw them
I
out.
have an idea.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know my side of life, but I do have an idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. That's the
I know how
plan.
it goes.
That's the
I
plan
know
of
how
the
it
system
goes.
that's happening to people out there.
Once you're hooked, it's you can't take yourself off.
No. No.
No man, if you're hooked, you can't take
You
yourself
can't take
off.
yourself out.
Somebody have to take
Mm.
that hook out
Yes,
of you.
man.
Yes, yes. This is so true. But these persons, as I was saying,
Mhm.
you can't think about heaven
Yes.
if you are in a system like this. Uh, because it says that those who receive, Revelation 14 tells you that those who is a part of the mark of the beast and the image of the
Yes.
beast and the number and the name, they will have a part in the lake of fire.
Yes.
At what point will you become aware that these things will lead to destruction, or you being a part of the image, I mean the mark of the beast, you receiving the mark of the beast? At what point do you realize that all of these things will lead up to that? At what point do you say, listen, I will no longer be a part of,
Yes.
so that you
Yes.
can be prepared? Because it's all about preparation for heaven,
Yes.
or preparation to receive damnation,
Yes.
eternal damnation.
Yes.
So we need to be aware. And I hear people, even people in faith communities, as in Christian,
Yes. Yeah, I know.
so-called professed Christians, denominations here, even Seventh-day Adventists, both present truth and,
No, I mean,
yes, ancient truth and whatever truth it is, saying that these things have nothing at all to do with the mark of the beast, or the image of the beast, or the name, or the number. And I say, really? So what you find happening, because when you share with them, they're going to explain to you in detail that this thing is not a part of it.
Yes.
Whenever these persons are trapped by this so friendly system, right? What do you do? What do you say to yourself? People like this commit what do you call it? Suicide.
Yes, man.
Because you find yourself at a place where, boy, if me didn't know.
Mm.
And you know, because the Holy Spirit would have spoken to you.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
There's no one without a witness.
Yeah, he would have spoken to you. So you are the one who, whenever he spoke, whenever he shared this information with you, you say it can't be, because then your word and the spirit of prophecy says otherwise. So it can't be the Holy Spirit speaking to me. You just need to take a second look on the things that you saw before, both the Bible, and if you are a spirit of prophecy kind of person, you take a second look at the spirit of prophecy, and you will realize, adding that with what is happening today, that listen, this is exactly what the Bible said. Right? This is exactly the route that the spirit of prophecy was taking.
Yes. Yes.
I've heard there's a friend of mine who keeps talking about this, that it is so easy to get through when you go to the airports, the international airport, Sangster International Airport, Manly International Airport. When you go there, getting through is so easy, and to process you from land to plane, or from plane to land, it is so easy. I've never been to an airport. You have to say me. I am so behind. I am behind the person who is behind. So that's why I can say from land to airport, and airport to land.
Right.
I don't really know the intricacies of it. But they are saying it is so easy. Because the biometric system, you just go in front of this thing and it sees you and say, oh, I've jailed that for a long time. No. I don't know if I jailed, me didn't know, so you'd turn up here, so because we did see from the things I started from in the US, you the Atlanta,
shocking.
No, so you just pass through. Oh, jail, see me again, jail. And you show your pretty face and you're gone through. But that's a system. I've heard somebody speaking on that. When was it? March last year. How easy it is to get through. And then say, no man, something wrong with the security system in Jamaica. I heard a Nigerian complaining, say, yeah, they said they love Jamaica now, but it's the security. They just allow you to just enter, just like that. You just walk through. I suppose you're a bad person.
Mm.
And then somebody was explaining that no, you don't just allow you to walk through. That's a system. They know you very well.
Oh.
You just a come from Nigeria, but they know you. And then when you touch down in Jamaica,
They know you. In track a long
When
time.
you're there
I
in
know.
England, then it knows say you know. So when you get there, it's easy.
Mm.
So if the person didn't understand, but now in 2024, I mean December 2024, they are saying Sangster rolls out more biometric tech.
Wow.
So they're stepping on, they're on top of things.
Yes.
They are improving, they are improving, they are improving. So it's easier now to go through the system at these airports. It says the goal is to eventually achieve 60%. Yeah, and they have this thing there too.
Yeah.
This they call it
Heard it.
the
Heard
power
it.
thing. No man, the power thing where you set up the solar, right?
Mm.
Solar
Oh,
stuff.
Sangster. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I heard
man.
about that. Yeah.
Solar stuff. The goal is to eventually achieve 60% of the airport's energy needs from renewable sources, a step towards net zero emissions in the long term. You know that thing are confusing.
Yeah, man.
If we ever should speak about this whole climate change
Yeah,
thing,
man.
it's one piece of
I tell
confusion.
you.
And so you know it's
I know. I know.
Babylon.
There's AI in. There's
Yes.
AI in climate change as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
did
man,
research.
it's one big happy family. You know.
Wow.
It's one
Yeah, man.
unit,
Yeah, man.
many aspects, but it's one unit.
Mm.
Because this thing, you see everybody pushing towards
Climate
net
change, net
zero
zero. Yeah.
emissions and this carbon footprint. Can they speak about that with airports and
Mhm.
ongoing solar power project aim at reducing energy consumption and consumption and carbon footprint.
No.
You know, all that kind of thing. But then you have in the United States, the king of the United States. Do you know the United States has a king?
King.
Yeah, the
Mm.
king, and him here orangish. So Goldilocks, I mean Donald Trump,
King Trump.
King Trump, right? He's saying, listen, we're gonna this fossil fuel thing you're talking about.
Mm.
You make a sad mistake. If God made the fossil fuels to keep us
Right.
okay
Right.
until He returns, why you tell us not to use this thing? So
Yeah.
Trump is gonna, you know, produce more and produce more and produce. We're gonna see fossil fuel till we're black, but not
Whoa.
in a black now.
Trump.
So, but they are here talking about net zero emissions by 2030 and all them kind of something. So it's a very confused thing.
Yeah,
It's very
because
very confused.
I'm just sitting here trying
Morning
to.
Terry, what you do?
I'm just sitting here, morning, Terry. Just sitting here and I try conceptualize, I guess is the word. What you're saying a while ago.
Yeah,
Because I'm saying, I mean, before I said you're at 8:15 and you're tuning with Religious News Team. And welcome to our program here this Wednesday, February 26th, 2025 on Wave 96.3 FM. But I'm saying, Becky,
yeah,
it is so, I don't even know how confused I am right now. To how you said they're trying to reach a certain targeted goal. This is a goal to
yeah.
about the agenda. But at the same time, it's like they go against it, and it's like a tug of war back and forth. But you know what? One thing that comes out to me, I don't know, is that Babylon is confusion. That is one. Babylon seems, Babylon is confusing the people. I should say yes.
Yes.
But Babylon is not confused. You know that. Babylon is not confused.
It's all about the end
Yeah,
goal.
man. Babylon is creating confusion.
Mhm.
Babylon is not confused, and it is. We need to understand that. I really understand what that means. That Babylon is not confused, people. It only seems, it is how they want our minds to be bothered back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
So, you pay less attention to what they really have in play
yeah.
or what they really want to roll out. So they get a sidetrack a certain way. Because they're not confused. It's what they call order out of chaos. Yeah, then create a chaos, create confusion, and then bring about the order out of it. Babylon is not confused. We don't get it wrong. We might seem to be confused by certain things, but Babylon is not confused, and that is why we have the Bible.
So it captures you one way or the other.
Yes. When you have the Bible now,
Mhm.
you cannot be confused as well, because when you have the Bible, you know the intentions of Babylon. So you are Babylon is not confused. It's only you who know nothing or choose to know nothing
Yeah.
will be confused and be taken away into the internet of things or the scheme of things that is going on.
But there's a lot more, but
Yes.
time will never allow.
If you know, continue.
Time will
I'm
never
there,
allow.
and I'm here saying, boy, I'm just making content till 9.
Alright, I remember on this program some
Yes.
weeks ago we talked about
Mm.
Pope Francis.
Yes.
well, because we know the papacy is behind all of what we've been
Yes.
talking about,
Yes.
you know, this new technology, because the aim is to get you so hooked
Yes.
that the any memory or knowledge of God will be totally obliterated,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
out of from you. That memory will be gone altogether, and then you will be totally controlled by Satan,
Yes.
and he would have gained the victory right there, so over one person, right? And if you can gain that victory over person A
Mm.
and that victory over person B,
Yes.
you know, and as many as possible, then he would see himself as a winner.
Mm.
He knows he's a loser, but
Yes.
if he can gain as so many, you
Mm.
know,
Mm.
he would feel a little bit
Better.
more accomplished, I would say.
Yes.
Um, so the papacy we shared weeks before, they came together with all of these tech giants and said, listen, this is the direction I want you
Mm-hmm.
to take. You
Right.
know, one of the things that Pope Francis said was focus on um, biometrics.
Mm.
So which is the
Pope
whole
Francis.
facial, yeah man.
Mhm.
He may be sick,
And dying.
but he was conscious when he made that statement.
But you know, you continue on that one, Becky. Just to stick up in on that note.
Yeah.
Pope Francis and sick and dying, because someone was saying to me, I was using with somebody in the Adventist line, and they saying to me that Pope you are going to dead and so forth, you know, and really which happened with the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
But I was mentioning to the individual that okay, this Pope is the one who's gonna bring about a culmination of God's return in this world, you know, based on things that are happening.
Yeah.
So when I saw the news, I was really agitated when I saw the news, and I said, boy, then said the Pope have all sorts of certain blood platelets low and
Yeah.
might anemic and sort of things, and he's sick out. But then me see them put up a picture on the front. You know, if you know a picture put up on somebody dead,
Yeah.
that the kind of image was there. So
Mhm.
you know, they didn't try to portray a dying person as somebody that got dead or weary. But what was going through my mind at the time, really, Becky, is the fact that if this is a Pope who will bring about the culmination
Yeah.
of all things to come, the
Yes.
end of all things to come,
Mm-hmm.
and this man is dying, then where are we in regards to where we need to be? Where are we in relation to Christ's imminent return? That is
Right.
what I was looking at, you know, because I'm
Right.
saying if he's gonna bring it about and this man almost 90 soon dead,
Mm-hmm.
that means that we're very, very close. We mean very, very imminent, I should say, to the coming of Christ.
That is so true.
That means we can open the door and then bam, at the second coming that we're looking at the people. We want to understand where we are now, you know, in Earth's history, how close we are to his coming. This Pope, Revelation 17, talk about the Pope of the 8th of the 7th, and
Yes.
so we see that this man is the one fulfilling these agendas
Mm-hmm.
in society to bring, Satan is using to bring about this agenda. So I'm saying that this man is close to dying, soon 90. How close are we to the coming of Christ? Oh, I mean, I repeat it, because I show you, say, boy, people were very, very close, you know. You know, it's very, very imminent. Christ coming is like at the door. Are we prepared to meet him? Are we making preparations? Are AI making preparations for us? Because
Yeah.
a whole bunch of
Yeah.
things happen with AI, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we see why, to make it, things are being spearheaded so fast. So fast things are fast track. How fast Trump just put in executive orders and sign up this
Yes.
and just put things in
Things are
place.
happening.
Right, because remember now, this is a jubilee year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is a jubilee year that the Pope, the same Pope, described that. That means we need to go back to the original state of how things used to
Right.
be. And more likely, like Henry Kissinger,
Yes.
he need to see things fulfilled before he take
You
his
feel
last
them
breath.
gonna reach 100.
No, must reach 100. But Henry Kissinger took, before we go to him this question or this comment, Henry Kissinger took his last breath
Mm-hmm.
when he realized, say, boy, things is set in place for the new world as he has seen it to be. So I'm saying, is it a similar case with the Pope? Before he take his last breath, things have put in place when you can see the sun de la.
But before we got to the question,
Mm.
you mentioned this Pope is the one who will be
Yes.
doing certain things.
Yes.
You know.
Who is he doing it to?
Yes. So what you're saying in essence is that maybe his death will not come at this time.
No.
but further down the road.
Yeah, man.
But could it be that all of those things that he was to put in place are already in place,
Well,
just now to be effected or
yes,
enforced
yes. Well,
by another?
well, that is another aspect to look at it, and that's a true aspect as well because
Mhm.
you know, they're in place, you know, because he have his encyclicals,
That's the thing.
he has his encyclicals, the
Mhm.
world, or people understand that what the world or what the governments are running off now,
Mhm.
or what them are run, as in them script, what them are run from now,
Yes.
is the encyclicals that the Pope has come out with, the Fratelli Tutti, the Laudato Si, Hope for the Earth. That's why every country now is about the sustainable developments, and I would have you know that it's 17 sustainable development goals, but
Yes.
majority of them, 90% of them,
Yeah.
is for climate change, if you never know. And this is coming from the same encyclical that the Pope wrote, the same Pope where the encyclical that he wrote. This is where the sustainable developments are coming from, right?
Yes.
So that is one thing I wanted to look at as well, as
Uh,
look at the fact that I was looking at Trump.
yeah.
Remember, Trump came out and said that we'll have it fixed so good, they won't have to vote again. Christians, vote for us. And everybody was there, they're campaigning.
You vote once.
Yes.
You want to
So
vote again.
what he's saying is that essentially, what we're getting from it, there won't be another president
Yeah.
of the United States. So we're seeing that if anything, he'll be serving a third consecutive term.
And then kings last until they die.
Exactly, the monarchy. Exactly, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
seeing that with him now, just I hope I serious things, people. Me I try to bring it across in a certain way where you can understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Because 4 years is supposed to last, and say not being the president.
Mhm.
It can mean two things. Is that I'm not gonna serve the third consecutive term, and by that 4 years we're up,
Yes.
and see that Pope upon the last stand, and he might want to see things come to play before he did that. Because of him, I come up with it. And him now, I bring about that Sunday law by force that we see happening based on Revelation, 16, so forth.
Mhm.
So more likely, I'm gonna want to see thing come to pass before he taking last breath. So, in my 86,
88.
88, 88.
Yeah,
Oh,
just a dozen left.
oh. So, all right, seeing that in so close, 88, and that Trump have 4 years for doing things, which he probably gonna start before that 4 years up.
Yeah.
Because we are saying a whole lot of things happen between now and 2028 in terms of Christ can come in,
So
people.
true.
That's what we're trying to
So
show
true.
you.
Mhm.
Because there won't be another president. America is the image of the beast.
Mhm.
We said that over many, even if you explain again, because I'm more time explain it on this platform almost every time. So
Yes.
America is the image to Rome, which with the paper say where the Pope is.
Yeah.
America is following the dictates, or put it in simpler terms. Trump is following the dictates of the Pope.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
simpler terms. And all the world now is following the dictates of the Pope,
Yes.
and I follow America. So if Trump won't be another president, it can either be that it'll go culminate with because they have the 2030 agenda.
Yes.
With the community with the second coming of Christ
Mhm.
within that time, seeing that is very imminent. So there won't be another president of America because he might go ensure he fix it so good, or he might go bring about the agendas that will fast track the coming of Christ. So we know
Yes.
what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Or he might go serve a third consecutive term where he still go
Not
fast track
consecutive, but yeah, third term.
third term.
Yes.
It will be consecutive 2016, 2025. If you serve a third term and three consecutive terms.
Yeah,
No,
but it
by
wouldn't
the
be consecutive.
yeah, it wouldn't be consecutive. You're right, it
I
wouldn't
get
be
what you're
consecutive.
saying.
Yeah.
Three
Yeah.
terms.
3 terms.
Yes.
And I hear that they're not supposed to really serve
It's normally two.
two, right?
Here's the one before serve a lot, When
Yeah.
FDR, so
Okay. Okay. So what
Mm.
we're saying is that time you serve another term and it's still like a fast track it. So
Mhm.
what we're trying to show you, people out there is how close we are. How close we are.
We're very close.
Very close to the imminent communities. For you now
We're in
to
that
make
time.
yourself prepared.
Mhm.
Remember, I know Christ could have come already in a long time,
Yeah.
but because the state of the people at the time they never come, they never ready.
Mhm.
Because they were worshiping out of false pretense.
Yes.
I would rather say yes, so they weren't ready. But I would have you know people that whether you are ready or not, he might come this a trip because all things are now fulfilled and want to fulfill it very close to be fulfilled.
Mhm.
So whether you want ready or not, you not go wait again for your generation to come out another one. No, you might
Yeah.
go come
Yeah.
this trip. And as I've been saying, this is the last generation. Luke 21 tells us, 26 down. This generation shall know why it's past. until all be fulfilled.
And when everything has been fulfilled,
then Christ will come, yes.
Christ will
And we
come.
can see that it's only a few more things have to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
Or one more thing left to be fulfilled, which is the Sunday sacredness by law.
Yeah.
And I say after that, friends, then we can look for the second coming of Christ.
I saw it. Sorry.
I was just saying quickly, based on what we see now, realize that is right at the door as well, because the AI system, the climate change, all of these are gearing towards coercing you to accept this Sunday force, Sunday worship by law. You might not see it now, no, but we can tell it because I mean, government, the elites not gonna tell us certain things, that the fine print and whatever.
No.
But that is why we have the Bible as
but they
backup
give
to
enough
all this
clues.
data. Yes, they give us enough clues.
Enough evidence.
Or use the Bible to figure out the rest, and that is why we're able to tell you now what is to come, and that you need to gear up and be prepared.
I saw the church, as in the Roman Catholic Church, and members.
Yes.
All of them have been praying for the recovery of Pope Francis. You know, it's a thing when I go on the Catholic sites, you know, the news sites, media houses, you keep seeing that they're praying. Now, this person is asking, "Morning, Andrea. Nice to have you on. It's been a while." This person has been asking, should Seventh-day Adventists be a part of those persons praying for the Pope's recovery?
Wow.
That's a very interesting question.
Very tough question.
Because it seemed to me as though she hears of this happening, or she experiences this happening.
Well, I've seen
the church, Seventh-day Adventist Church, is praying for his recovery.
You
know, if you read the question,
yes,
I have a question. Are we because I think there's a word missing.
Yeah, to pray for the Pope to recover.
Yeah. Are we to pray? I think the word "to" is missing. So are we as Seventh-day Adventists to pray for the Pope to recover his ailment? Right? I mean, I think that does pop up in our head like that.
No.
It could be that others are
praying. That's what I'm going to say.
Adventists are praying.
Others are praying.
She's aware of Seventh-day Adventists praying.
I don't know about Seventh-day Adventists, but I've seen when I saw the news post, not even the Catholic Church, you know, members of the society, I said, boy, when you pray for, like how people that are criticize it and whatever, some people say, no, we're praying if we pray for him to get better.
Because he's considered the moral leader of the world.
Yes.
So, you know, when it comes on to ethics and morality and everything good, it's the man in white.
Yes.
But should the Seventh-day Adventists be praying for his recovery? Now, this person is the one spoken of in Revelation.
Yes. But and also
that man.
Second Thessalonians. But this, you know, to answer this question, Becky, it can go really deep, you know, because we don't want to give a surface answer and then persons look at us as
because it's an entire program by itself.
Yes, just to know we should pray for this man, because we don't want to answer it on the surface, Andrea, and persons will look on us as being bigots, or look at it as bigotry. Or they look at us as being radicals, or probably diabolical, because you know our statements are not probably in sync with what they would believe.
Yeah.
Without having known that it's not about what you believe, but it's about the principles of God.
Yeah.
I know there's certain things where in a pray for certain people, because when
even though Matthew 5 said, "Pray for your enemies, love them that."
Yeah, Matthew 5:44.
Pray for them.
This is what I'm saying. Even though Matthew
persecute them.
Yes, man. Even though Matthew 44 talks about that, but you see when you see certain, you pray for them, but you see when you see certain trends, in a certain stance, as in what's the way I'm looking for, when you continually do so, over perpetual, certain perpetual stances taking place, it is caution you don't pray for that video, because it is already set in mind the agenda. So your prayer will avail nothing. Your prayer won't even reach a heaven for them, because God not gonna answer it.
Yeah.
Also, the Bible tells us in Proverbs 28 verse 9 that whosoever take away his ear from doing my commandments, his prayer will be an abomination, and so forth. So then you would wonder, is the Pope's prayers being answered of God? God answering prayer, kind of
but who does he pray to?
That's what I'm saying. That is the answer I was looking for, because I want to set a certain stance. Because persons are looking at him. Remember now, many persons, or majority of persons, are looking at him as a moral leader of the world, so good and everything. But we want to paint him. We are painting him in the true light that he is. Yes, and Bible.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 12:13 is a leopard, he can't change his spot.
Right.
And we know the history of Rome back then. We used to persecute the Christians, kill them, was coming from the Pope because they were the leaders of the Roman hierarchy. But then the same thing is now.
Yeah.
So looking at that in that regime and that light, Second Thessalonians tells us, look, I
Yes.
think of 4 where it says that he thinketh, he seated in the seat of God, thinking to be God. That's what it says, right?
Yes.
So
Who
find
poseth
exactly.
and exalted
Yes,
himself
above all that is called God, right?
And that is worship.
Daniel 7:25 is thinking to change times and laws. The same Pope is what he's talking about. Same Roman system. Because when you speak about the Pope, you have to speak about the system.
Yeah.
Because he controls, or he's a part, he controls and he is a part of the Roman system that is bringing about all this oppression and so forth on the earth. So then the question begets you.
Yes. And she continues. Should we pray for such a person who claim himself to be God
Okay.
and to forgive sins?
I know.
How do you pray for such a person?
That's just it. You don't pray for such a person.
Yeah.
That is just it. You see, I was coming to that point, but may I try to set the backdrop for others out there who are listening who don't understand.
Yeah.
When you're saying that you think it to oppose and be God, then the Bible tells you in the Gospels that there's one sin that cannot be forgiven, and it's when you blaspheme the Holy Spirit. When you claim to be God and forgive sins, which is what the Pope is doing. So then blasphemy cannot be forgiven. So what would you pray for him to do?
So we now need to pray to him.
That's what he's saying. And him will pray
For
to
his
him,
healing.
for his healing. We're not pray to God. So
But he says he's
God.
God.
Exactly.
So if you're gonna pray to God for healing, you need to pray to him
No,
to heal himself.
no, we don't need to pray to him for healing himself, because if you're God, he's supposed to heal himself.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to pray.
It's a lot of a real Babylon, you know,
man. So what I'm saying,
he should be able to take care of that easily.
take it easily and
Because
reduce even
if
age.
he can heal me,
Right. And forgive me.
And do everything me, what kind of sacrifice that man make? You know?
Wow.
Yeah, a suicide that, you know? Because you're able to save yourself and
Exactly.
you're killing yourself.
Wow.
Suicide, you're gonna be charged, but by whom? Because he's God according to him.
Exactly.
So who are gonna charge?
Wow.
Have
Have you ever seen God at the hospital?
But you shouldn't be praying in such a situation. No, you shouldn't be praying. Just imagine the children of Israel praying for the Philistines.
Yes. Yes.
You know, God said to Saul, you need to get rid of the Amalekites.
Yes.
Because them for them
wicked,
time
man. Wicked.
they are wicked beyond recovery.
Yes. So just imagine you're praying for them.
You
so
imagine
they can contain their wicked acts.
And he did something similar, you know, because he saved the king and he saved some of the animals.
The fatted of the animals and so forth.
It means that these persons are not as bad as God said.
Our was his portion.
When
the Bible, where Jesus, where God said, tell Samuel,
he lost his lot on eternity. Yeah, man.
Take away kingship and so forth.
You're not be saved.
He's not obedient. So if we take the same scenario and share it in terms of prayer for the Pope, the so-called moral leader of the world right now, you want to pray for this man to get better, so he can continue oppression upon us as people and to bring about what is coming. What do you think you're not about to do with that? You know, it's a serious offense. You know. All right, I want to say, last night when I'm doing worship and the worship with the wife.
Yeah.
I know we're looking at the book of prayer, and I know prayer. We're looking at it now. I say, what's significant? Because I couldn't understand that section of it where it said even his fathers. I know me looking at it with this, and I say, boy, makes sense, you know. Where it says fathers are parents, you're dear, and before you just done school a child, you probably beat him and so forth, and then you go pray after to God about. You say, what are you gonna pray about? Is God is not gonna answer such a prayer, or if you're gonna do it directly after you're done. You know, your family worship and you go school a child and so forth. What is it that God is gonna answer with that prayer? And it makes perfect sense to this now. You are gonna pray now. If somebody get better, we're gonna do oppression and so forth. It's a similar instance, and so God will not answer such a prayer. God not gonna answer it because this man is not even considered someone who will be forgiven or can be forgiven because he blasphemed. So we are gonna pray if he can get better. But who gonna answer it?
You're taking care of a snake.
Right, we're going to say
a deadly venomous snake.
We only to understand is that not every prayer ascends to God. Not every prayer goes to God.
True.
I go to Jesus and it turn back. Jesus have to fix it up and nice to the Bible tell you, and he send him over to God. Put it in groanings and the words that we cannot utter, the Bible says, and the Holy Spirit sends it over to God. So now, but I think Jesus praying go directly to God. Now you have to go to the sanctuary, where Jesus is ministering now in the heavenly sanctuary. Then he pass it on from the sanctuary. Once it is sincere and earnest, it is passed on from there to the to God Himself.
But
And
you're praying for his recovery and not
Mhm.
um
Conversion,
for conversion.
but he can't be converted.
You know,
So you can pray for that. He cannot be converted because this is a man who is set in his ways.
in your eyes he was okay all along.
Yes, man. If you blaspheme, you're set in your ways.
The only thing wrong now is that he's sick, so you
Yes.
pray for his recovery.
And the only difference, the next thing that we see as well, Becky, is that with this blasphemy is not yesterday blasphemy where this pope just come and just blaspheme. It is something happening consecutively from popes who are starting to reign. Every one of them claims to be God. They even it was even so bad that in the 16th century, them claim to forgive. So you have to pay money to get forgiven. If you never know, you have to pay money so your sins can be forgiven. And they use this to build the basilica, the St. John's Basilica that we have there in Rome and so forth.
Very expensive.
That's the money that was used
Very
to build it.
expensive.
The money from paying for forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine now, if you were to pay for forgiveness in this time, what I would have broke? No, we don't have no money. What I would have broke amount of time we say if we were to pay for forgiveness. And then we look at these people as the moral leaders of this earth's history.
And
Remember,
their aim is to tax you.
to tax it, right? Remember, I told the people that remember I said before that Thessalonians tell us, First Thessalonians 5, where it says that peace and safety, sudden destruction.
Yeah.
Already before in the same book, we
I don't think everything is fine and
Yes,
dandy.
man.
Yeah.
And it looks fine and dandy now, but guess what? The true power of the Roman element, you can feel what it is, and it's been manifesting, slowly manifesting. So when they come on the forefront, you can understand what this Pope is really about and his agendas. When it start by the persecution that was of old time. Because it can't change, As I read, leopard can't change, for Rome can't change, it's just who they are. Cannot change. And we change to suit them, not them change to suit us. You understand, people? So when they look on it, right, so what is coming now, it is coming. And there's nothing you can do to prevent it.
Yeah.
What you have to do is brace for it because it is prophesied to be fulfilled in this manner. So you can't prevent it. What you have to do is just prepare for it. And prepare how? Well, I would have advised you, get back to God. Get back to your Bible. Someone have Bible from a fitness stage and from any time they lock. Or if you open it now, we're going to a wormhole you see night and so forth. Get back to God, get back to your Bible. Studying to show yourself approved. 2 Timothy 2:15.
You need to establish a relationship.
Yes, that is what is needed for us now to establish that relationship, to come out of Babylon.
You alone can take us.
Right, you can be in Babylon, and can't be out of Babylon. You have to be out of Babylon if you call out of Babylon.
Yeah.
So God is calling you now, our listeners out there, to come out of her, my people. Come out of the Babylonian system. And it's not one system, it's a whole heap of systems. Some things are just come out of one thing or come out of AI. Everything that is called of Babylon, you can know by the character, by the fruits you shall know them.
Yeah.
So I know the characters are the Babylonian system. To elect people inside of them and so forth, you're being a part of Babylon. Because when you elect a government to rule over you, whatever consequences you face, it is by your own actions because you go elect him. So you shouldn't go vote for him in the first place. And so forth. Even by doing that, you're a part of Babylon. So if you come out of that, come out of everything that is Babylon. It's a serious case now, Becky, because I never understand what it really means to come out of Babylon.
That's an entire program.
Yep, entire program.
A week's worth of program
by itself.
Because just about everything we're a part of. No.
It's Babylon.
It's Babylon.
And it was designed.
And it's not the police talking about.
Yes.
It's the system of control that is taking over the world. That has taken over the world.
I know what I'm saying, Becky, is that if persons weren't here to speak about these things, speak out against it, if God didn't have his remnant to speak out against these things, then he would have had to come already. Because from idea we knew we grew up, we do Babylonian things and part of the system, I don't know.
So
many celebrations that we do, things are coming are from Babylon and we wouldn't even know because we are moved with tradition. I remember before we spoke on the program.
Will you come concede?
Exactly. And when we spoke on the program with tradition, we put in tradition over God when God spoke to the Pharisees, how they are about tradition. Traditions of men rather than the commandments of God. And so growing up are them things that we used to and them we do. All them things are traditions of Babylon. From Rome and them we are doing and we're so used to it. not realizing that these were meant or designed a certain way
Yeah, yeah.
to take you away from the things of God and His commandments. So the call is to get back to God, people. That is all that we're saying right now, because the time is coming very soon. You know, I can almost see it, or should I say, taste it, as David would say,
Yeah.
because many times out there, me look on it, Becky, and some people that go around, I mean, like, it's like me almost see when the judgment of God come to my ball. As the Bible says, and I must say, boy, when I never tell you, when I never warn you, but me they warn you, me they warn you, it's coming. So now people listen, them go about their regular business, see me like nothing is happening.
Question is, who do you listen to? Because
That
somebody
is the question.
was always there telling
Somebody's
you,
always there.
but it's not the kind of person you listen to.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
those who you listen to weren't telling you.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
so it's just your source of information at this time, especially
Yes.
as a Christian.
Yes.
Who do you listen to? Do you listen to your pastors and you know, your overseers and all of these persons? Because the Bible tells you that they are a part of
Yes.
what you call the synagogue of Satan.
Yes.
Um, they are among the spirits like frogs.
Yes.
Yeah,
I always have this one saying, that some persons get to hear the gospel many times, or 1,000 times.
yeah,
Some persons only get to hear it once, but the one time that they get to hear it will be enough to bring about a certain conviction within them.
true.
That only they will choose to reject it, or to neglect it, or to
Yeah.
accept it. And so you may never know, whoever is listening here now, that this might be your opportunity to hear the message for the first time. That's why the Bible says, Hebrew 13:5, or Hebrew 5:13, one of them, where it says that when you hear His voice, harden not your heart as in a provocation,
Mm-hmm.
as the Pharaoh did that whole time, but you must accept Him. When you hear His voice, harden not your hearts, but accept Him
Yeah,
before it is
yeah.
eternally too late. That is all we're saying to you out there. All this information that we're bringing about is
So
about
true.
acceptance before it is eternally too late.
All right, so we were talking about pooping.
Yeah, man.
You see, we went off, but yes, um, I hope that we were able to share some light on the question
Yes.
Andrea asked. All right, so we're talking about biometric technology, and we're sharing earlier that the Pope is the one who sat with these big tech companies and said, "Listen, want you to focus on that one. Focus on biometric technology." And we see it taking place. We see where biometric technology is also a part of our health system. What I was sharing earlier
Yes.
with the
Yes.
new health system taking over Jamaica, biometric technology is also a part of it, a big part of it. And I don't like the idea of, people being able to look at you certain way. I have some options on my phone.
Right.
And I notice I see it too when I'm trying to check my emails. They're saying to you, listen, do you want this thing to be fingerprint biometric? All right, Andrea, nice to see that. This biometric thing, I'm afraid of it. I'm like the old school.
Yes.
But then again, you wonder how long you're going to have that option,
Yes.
to do the thing that way,
Yes.
to stay old school. One of the things I found interesting, Gio, talking here about technology and Jamaica, we don't really leave for this from morning, we don't
Yes.
really leave the country,
Yes.
go very far out. We spoke some weeks ago on the metaverse, and the metaverse is a area in life where I don't know. I remember who came up with it. Yeah? Anyway, we could delve into that. But the metaverse is a virtual reality kind of space, where nothing real happens.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing real happens. So to me, it's like some kids trying to have fun. Dolly house kind of something.
Young. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not something I would see God being a part of, or Christians being a part of. But what I found strange is that the Seventh-day Adventist Church decides that they are going to make use of this new type of technology in an attempt to spread the gospel, they say. An attempt to spread the gospel.
Oh.
And I see them go deep into it because They are thinking of doing everything church
Well,
on the metaverse.
we are planning to reach on the metaverse. Metaversians, we want to reach on the metaverse.
Well, in order for you to, you look like there are a number of persons on it, so you now go on it to meet. I don't know. It's a confused thing. It's
Confused.
a
Babylon,
confused
man,
thing.
Babylon.
But we see the Jamaica Union of Seventh Day Adventists speaking here. They are saying an Adventist metaverse and the robot that can teach the Bible. Remember we talked about
Yeah, man, I remember
the
we spoke
robot
about
the
that.
other day?
Yeah, man.
No, a robot teaching the Bible. No, this robot can't make any mistakes.
Exactly. But not only that.
Mhm.
What I'm thinking of now, a robot teaching the Bible, right?
Mhm.
And I want you to listen carefully, people. So, say for instance, souls come based on that teaching.
Yeah.
What would you consider? Will that robot now be making it to heaven because he wins souls? He has stars in his crown now, according to Daniel 3, Daniel 12, verse 3. So, how is it that we're looking at it now? Because robots now have a
Yeah.
soul. So,
Mhm.
where am I going? I know
Mhm.
where I go. So, I
So
don't even
who
know.
gave the
I don't
Great
know.
Commission to robots?
Yeah, to go and teach the Bible.
Hmm.
Teach the Bible how? Based on whose concept? Because robots now no conscience to go teach it of their own, like real human beings. Who who what not who put the knowledge in him?
Hmm.
Because remember now he's gonna teach the Bible based on somebody else's perception of the Bible,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
own. So whose perception of the Bible is he teaching? When my teacher, when me could have sit down in front of a robot and learn about Bible? You tell me.
Alright. But the metaverse, you see, there's this man by the name of he says he's a Christian. He's Ju Hee Park. He's president of Sam Yuk Health University. He's a Seventh Day Adventist. He's the one that came up with this idea of having church on the metaverse. And this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Did you know that the Seventh Day Adventists are the first set of professed Christians to have this thing on the metaverse?
Wow,
They are the innovators when it comes down to this.
that's serious.
They are all, they are always the trendsetters, the
Yeah,
pace,
man, yeah. And I'm
pace
saying,
setters.
man,
Always. So the first set of people to go on the metaverse, first church,
Adventist.
this is Seventh Day Adventist Church, and they said this is a wonderful way of spreading the gospel to everybody.
Everybody.
Yes. So this is what Mr. Park says. Now Park is let me tell you about him. An Adventist elder who has a doctoral degree in engineering and taught medical information systems for 21 years. Right? So this project was his like a pet project, bringing the church on the metaverse. And it says, against that background, Park explained that in the world of transformation, he has been working on a metaverse platform which he defined as the first trial in the world. Tell us how them started.
Wow.
The challenge is now, he says, how we will use this, what kind of building we will build up here, as in building kind of thing in the metaverse, what kind of worship we will practice in this platform, and in what ways we will have evangelistic meetings. So they're having crusades and stuff
On the metaverse.
on the metaverse, speaking to metaverse people. And as I told you some weeks before, they can do baptism on the metaverse.
Yes,
Where you stay at home in your lounge chair. Maybe you're playing a video game, but you have been baptized in the metaverse.
Virtually deep.
You're dipped in the metaverse and you're baptized and your soul is saved. Eh?
So sad state of reality.
Yes. The rationale for this push is obvious, according to Park. New generations of children are getting used to virtual reality and they toy with artificial intelligence. Our challenge is now how to bring those new generation into the church. If we don't experience it before them, which is the metaverse, the virtual reality kind of worship and practices, if we don't experience it before them, we cannot introduce it to them, which makes sense.
But wait, before we go any further, Becky, God, this one's serious. We're at hold on, people.
Yeah, time is fleeting.
Man, we're at 8:50, and you're tuning in with the Power News team. We have 96.3 FM, where this is a religious news segment where we talk about everything real and nothing ideal, and this is a very hot topic.
Yes.
We're speaking on now, people, because this is very serious. What I'm saying here, Becky, is that I don't even understand because normally as parents,
Yeah.
what you do is to try to get the children from experiencing certain things. You don't experience it before the child to for him to experience it. You give
Mhm.
warning so you don't experience it. But
So true. So you stay away from it, and then you
exactly.
admonish your children also stay away.
That's what I'm
Okay.
seeing here now where the
Mhm.
confusion is because there's no way you said you want to evangelize. You go out and then evangelize them against it. Remember I told you that calling out of Babylon you must be outside of Babylon to call out of Babylon, they're
Right.
inside to call out.
Right.
But they are inside. I want them to call in. I call them a call in.
That's the
They not
thing.
call out, them a
That's the
call in.
thing.
How can you be saying that children they might play with virtual reality and all these things and then you want to go play with it to ensure say probably go teach them to play with it right. I don't know if
That
that's
is
the
it.
concept. They go show
You
them how to
you
really
need to
play
have
with
the
it right.
experience so you can introduce it to them.
Right.
That's what
But I'm
Park
saying we're
says.
supposed to be calling them from it because we see
Mhm.
where virtual reality is taking these children too.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
realize that there are many persons with video games.
But who controls virtual reality? It's the
That is
devil.
it. That is it too. Yeah,
Devil's
exactly.
invention.
Exactly.
It is
And
everything about it is demonic.
you never go on the devil's playground
Hmm.
to confront the devil.
They're supposed to take the church
Exactly.
on its playground. You don't
Exactly.
think that can work?
That's even worse
Okay.
because you want based on what I'm seeing here, you're going on the devil's playground
Mhm.
and they are try resist the devil on their own playground. No man invite the devil in because there's no way you can be there.
Mhm.
It's like you go to a bar and say, I evangelize some people. By the time 10 minutes pass, you're probably in there drinking a room and you didn't even realize. And you're going to be
But
evangelize
you never win. The Bible tells you
you
that.
cannot win on the devil's
Yes.
playground, people. You have
They
to
are the
come out.
ones who win when you
Yes, you
engage.
come
Yeah.
out and you call out when
Mhm.
you come out. So there's no way you can be in and you call them in.
Yeah.
Because children tend to behave based on the things that they do on it. You know, like the video games and so
Yes.
studies have proven that this is the tendency that in front of them is not anything good.
Mhm.
So that is why I was expecting you to be saying now that a call out,
Yeah.
them a call
Yeah.
out the children from this
Mhm.
media thing. But when you tell me that they actually are experiencing before them, that one really hits hard because you wouldn't expect to hear that coming from such a medium.
But listen to why the Adventist Church is moving towards this, and
Yes.
it started. It started. I'm going to tell you the churches that are going metaverse. The reason is the whole world has already made a decision regarding digital technology. World governments and global corporations have made their choices and decisions. Now, if world governments and global corporations can go metaverse, why can't the church? That's our reason for going metaverse.
So the church want to be so the Bible talks about
Yeah.
James 4:4, your adulterers and adulteresses.
Hmm.
Friendship with the world is enmity with God. If you're a friend of the world, you're enemy of God. John said to that all that is in the world, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, which is not of God but of the world. And you're not supposed to be a part of these things. What about all that?
I suppose you
Peter,
can win them.
Peter, peculiar people, royal priesthood.
You don't think you can win them?
I say I can't win nobody by the devil's playground, man. I go on the devil's playground and go win people.
Yeah. In a pioneering initiative, the South American division has announced the opening of its first virtual space. So the first one established, this news article is December 3, 2023. So we're talking close to a year and a half,
Yeah.
somewhere thereabout. So they have established their metaverse church. Beautiful something. And they say it's a wonderful environment. One of the things that it fosters or encourages, they say you can be yourself
Mm.
when you're on the metaverse. So if you're a sick person, as in a wheelchair,
Right.
nobody on the metaverse will know you're in a wheelchair.
Oh.
You understand? So they can discriminate against this and they can judge you or condemn you. And if you're one of the alphabet people, the MNOPQR256 kind of people, then you'll be free on that space because nobody can judge you. So you worship God and you accept God and you experience salvation just
worship
like
which God?
anybody else.
Worship which God?
But you're not listening to me now. Where were you when I was saying all of this? Eh? Where-
No, but it's always saying worship God like the creator God they worshiping. Eh? But the next thing I'm seeing here, Vicky, is we're seeing a situation now where the church or the organized body has no Christian
Yeah.
organized body has now accepted are moving towards the stance of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now the church has
That's
become
what they
like
said.
church has become like the world. That's what
Mhm.
we're seeing right here when the Bible explicitly told us to come out of the world,
Now, how do you gain the world if you are a part
part
of
of
the
the
world
world. Remember we're talking about being in the
Mhm.
world and not
and not of the
of the
world?
world. Yes.
You can't gain. Everybody is
Mhm.
going that direction.
Exactly. And you want to go
Broad
there
is
too.
the way, and you've gone down that way, hoping to take back with you
Some people from the broad
all
way.
of them people and carry them on the narrow way. Really? I said it's easy.
Mm.
So as I was saying, innovation and faith, under innovation and faith, can I speak extensively on this? They said
Yes.
this initiative puts the Adventist Church at the forefront of religious adaptations to new technologies. So, they are way ahead of everybody else when it comes on to new technologies. So they are thinking of having so your Sunday night meetings and your Wednesday night meetings and your Sabbath meetings, all of those on it. And the various areas of activity are presented, such as you can have your Pathfinder club meetings and your Adventure club meetings on
On
the
it.
metaverse. And Adra can do its work also on the metaverse.
Whoa.
And
Wow.
Felix 7 Play. No, Felix 7 Play no sound like nothing Christian. It sound like one video
Yeah,
game.
yeah, something like that.
Felix 7 Play and Adventist education and other ministries can also be on the metaverse. It's a system, it's a platform, it can be inclusive as possible. So, everybody is on it. It's a wonderful thing, and they're saying we need to be. You remember during the pandemic? During the pandemic, many persons we all had to stay home. We were told to stay home. And that's where this thing became so widespread,
Yes,
where
ma'am.
everybody was in front of a screen
Mm.
and worship, to the point where now people are still at home. They
Worshiping,
no longer
yes.
go to church, as in the physical space.
Yes.
They watch online. Now, we are expecting many more similar things to happen in the world.
But
Right?
as I just spoke about that, for many persons are still home. Online,
Mhm.
AI is geared towards that way, And next week, being well,
Yeah.
Life Spirit God's will, when I do this section, I'll show that study as well. My section
Mhm.
where AI was geared to have that separatedness between we call us now humans, human beings.
That is it. That's the
That
aim.
is the purpose,
Mhm.
because Satan divides and conquer.
Mhm.
That is the aim. You need to have the same pandemic 6 feet apart.
So
All them something like husband.
So it's a plan.
It's a plan. I mean,
Right.
with the pandemic, we're hearing that even husbands mustn't go and go close to their wives.
Yeah.
Husband and wife live in the same
Yeah.
house, you try to separate them.
Yeah,
It was
we're
that
told.
deep, right? So I'm
Mhm.
saying that it is also an agenda of AI to bring about this separateness, or however it's pronounced, between human beings. Yes, they need to have it. That social connection that God created us with,
Yeah.
Satan wants to rip it apart. Because he needs to rip it apart so he can divide and conquer.
And conquer.
Yes.
It is sad. To close on this, it says the future of faith in the virtual world. And I'm reading from a Seventh-day Adventist article here.
Wow.
It says this one comes from it's a South American Adventist News Agency, December 3, 2023. And the information here is coming from the original version. They say you can find it in the South American Division Portuguese language news site.
Yes.
All right, so this says,
Morning, Marlon, as you continue.
good to have you on, Marlon.
Yeah, man.
The launch is considered just the beginning of a growing trend of virtual religious experiences. Remember, the pandemic gone and people are back to normal, according to them. But this is saying the launch is considered just the beginning of a growing trend of virtual religious experiences. Still, the Adventist Church plans to expand its activities in the metaverse, including educational programs and community events. So this is a new world for them.
Wow.
Now, when you've gone down in this rabbit hole now, who takes you out?
You can't come up.
How do you come out of something like this?
You can't come
And then the entire 24 million goes down into this rabbit hole. Because this is the way of worship going forward. Because you're in a lockdown situation, and what is presented to you is the metaverse. What do you do? Than to buy a headset and go into the metaverse.
But as a close, Becky, it also shows us one more thing that
Yeah.
it shows us that we're not ready for his coming. That they weren't ready for his coming. That organized by they weren't ready for his coming because
Yeah. They're not
if
preparing themselves.
yes,
for
they
it.
weren't preparing themselves, but it shows that they weren't
Mhm.
prepared because if that is the case, and the Bible tells us that we're to stand, Exodus 14:40, you have so many promises. The Lord will fight for you, he shall hold your peace. My peace I give unto you, not as you give. 1 John 14:27, Isaiah 26. You have so many promises that God will take care of his people once we stand for him and for the things he's about. So many of them I could even record right in my head right now. But the thing is that when that situation comes up, it's like we weren't stressing on these promises or claiming them because it's obvious that when it came, we just run with the system.
Yeah.
It's a lockdown bar, run Ghana metaverse where government provide long time. What about what God has said are the principles of God? So we see that we regard the principle, they regard, I'm saying they regard the principles of man above the principles of God.
Yes.
And it's the same fear factor Satan is using now to control or divide and conquer. The same fear system I use now, create fear in the people and control them. Because when you fear, you're more liable to agree with things. When you bring solutions and you're more liable to agree with it. Because guess what? You fear and you want to come out of the state. You want peace and security. All that chaos. That is what is happening to us people. But that is why the Bible admonishes us to have a firm ground. Stand firm or stand fast in the liberty which Christ had made you free. Galatians 5:1 and be not entangled with the yoke of bondage.
Yeah.
Amen.
So these set of people, they take over those people in control of social media,
Yes.
YouTube and all of those spaces. They were the ones who were forefront during the pandemic, and they tell you how to worship and when to worship. Remember they told you you can't go back to church. Remember during the lockdown, you weren't able to go back. You weren't able to meet in a physical space.
Yes.
So you had to stay home, and then they provided a medium through which you could experience, this kind of communication with God. And it wasn't the best medium.
No.
But then they provide the space.
Yes.
Now, were we to have made use of something like that, we should not have. But we we're going to the point where we did the YouTube thing, and then we went further. The Adventist Church went further in establishing, they provided the metaverse, and we established church on the metaverse.
Wow.
We're not lock off. They're not locking off. They are still on it, improving the thing.
Yeah, man.
The entire church now is there.
So
we are not on lockdown now. So they have established their thing on.
Yes. So now, as our final remarks, as I've been saying sometimes, because we're now past the 9 o'clock marker. So we're seeing now Becky where it has become a habit.
Yeah.
So it's like a trend now has been set between them because when they had this instance and you're on it, is now everything has passed now. They can now probably physically, government has released it to physically go back to their places where worship and so forth. But people still choose to stay home or feel more comfortable.
Because that was the plan.
Or probably what they were just waiting for the medium or the means by which they could do this without having no backlash. You understand?
They're happy for the plan.
Yeah. So I'm saying that is the plan and it has worked so successful.
Yeah.
In certain individuals because many of them still not going to church.
You still subscribe to that.
Still subscribe to that. You disrupt the youths because now more than ever, everybody's locked onto their phones because that was the means. Because we might not born for 2 years,
Yeah.
So just imagine how much habit you develop within that 2 years for these things. It can hard to let go. And if the phone thing then develop that till is a record number of children not going to schools, physical schools are empty, who they want to make TikTok video or left them job. Because that is when TikTok rose to popularity during the pandemic.
That's the thing.
That's when TikTok
and then everybody start making serious money.
Yes. So nobody need the physical species again, We stay with the virtual thing, we stay with AI, because AI take care of it.
So it's Revelation 13, 16, 17 coming to the fore again.
Yes.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Nobody is exempt.
Nobody is able to buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of the name.
Yes.
Satan has possessed the mind. That's what he wanted all along.
Yes.
And he found a way to possess the mind, to have total control, and to remove God and to replace his image in people.
No.
We find that happening now on a full scale,
Yes.
right? And it's a sad situation, but it's real. And we should not allow ourselves to be caught in this kind of situation.
Especially at this time.
And we are here giving you information on how you can be trapped into the situation, what to avoid, what to not do
Mm.
to avoid this kind of things. You know, we just need to heal.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all that we're asking from you. I believe I could say that is all God is asking
So
from you
true.
know, people, just for you to heed. Just heed his voice. As I said, our last statement I want to give here is First Peter 2, verse 9. It says, but you are a chosen generation, and you are a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. And this is the part I wanted to get. That you should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Now that all of these truths have been now brought to your foreknowledge, people, God is now telling you to come out of this darkness. Truth has been revealed, come out of the darkness and heed to his marvelous light.
So
Follow the
true.
light because it will direct you to eternity. If you follow the darkness, it will direct you to damnation and to hell. So choose you which one you want. Is either you want the light or you want the darkness. The roads are put before you and the choice is no. Yours people. We're now at 9:05, 9:06 as a matter of fact. So here ended another segment of our study, another segment of our newscast. So,
Yes.
tune in next week, same time, same place, and with 96.3 FM for another interesting study. We want to continue some more, I'm giving it from now. And the same AI system probably coming on a different topic. As well, it
Yes.
depends
Yes.
on how things are moving in society, which we see at a very rapid scale. So we thank you for your comments. Thank you for being here with us from 7 until now. We do appreciate the company, do appreciate the comments and your thoughts. I really hope that you'd have learned something from what we said and that you'll apply it to your daily lives. So without further ado, let us have a quick shower with a prayer. Heavenly Father, our kind, compassionate Savior, ever loving, ever living God, we give you thanks and an opportunity in which you could bestow your message of truth unto your people. I pray that they will take heed, now seeing that we're indeed at the end or at the cusp of eternity. We need now a voice from you. We need now strength from you to really stand firm for what is to come. I pray that these words will not have fallen on deaf ears, but that they will spring up as good fruit into the hearts of your people and that their lives may be transformed by its precepts. Have thou no savor in our lives now as we seek to leave from here. May your spirit never leave or forsake us or forsake your people, but may we really look and see that we're indeed at a time where your coming is closer or nearer than we first believe. Help us to be prepared, keep us safe, keep us true, keep us ever looking to you. And I pray as we take our leave that you grant us journey mercies as well. For Christ's sake I ask, according to my faith and your will. Amen
Amen.
and amen. All right, folks. Thank you again for being here with us. Next time, same